Yo, what it do, Flight Crew? Alright, so we're making chicken parmesan. We got our chicken. And we have our seasonings. Cameraman, over here, please. We have Montreal chicken seasoning. We have lemon pepper seasoning. And we have breadcrumbs. This is for later, though. Okay. Oh, yeah, just a couple shells. Not gonna lie, I'm going off the recipe because from a youngin' I learned how to cook. I've been cooking since I was 2 years old, so it's really just another day for me, for real. So just one more egg. All right, cameraman, cook. You don't have to record this. I'm not gonna lie, I think I should have put in a bowl first before I did this stuff, but...
Or a big knife. Too big?
Alright, I might have forgotten a step. You always gotta beat your meat. First you gotta poke the little holes in there, and then you flatten it out with the other side. Nice and tender. And what you don't want these slimy little pieces. Look at that. Look at this beauty. This is what you want. This is what, oh fuck. You gotta flap the whole time. You gotta beat your meat, don't forget that. Can't miss not one spot. Beat that. I go more for the one-handed approach. I know some people can do two hands. I'm more of a one-hander. But you know, rub it in the thing. Rub it in the egg. That's all there is to it. Just let it soak in there, all the egg juices. And then you conveniently grab the napkin you've had waiting for you. Egg too. And then you go on to the next one. Don't forget, gang, you gotta beat your meat. Make sure she's laid out correctly. You don't want to accidentally beat something that shouldn't get beat. You don't want to get an infection. Just be careful. Make sure you wash your hands. This beautiful piece of chicken. It's kind of thin. Rip that piece out. Beat your meat. Never forget to beat your meat. She's a little long and a weird shake, but it's cool. Who isn't a little weirdly shaped? Oh no, this one right here. This one's a beauty. Cameraman, zoom into this one. That's what's up. That is what's up. Okay, I think they have enough of me beating my meat. Alright guys, once you've beat your meat, it's time to rub it in some egg. The egg is gonna be our glue. Later we're gonna put all of our seasonings in a little plate. And we're gonna rub the chicken all over it. But in order for them seasonings to really stick, you gotta really coat your chicken in baby chicken. Or eggs, as some people would call it. Sorry. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in the video, but you should have washed your hands. Hopefully you did. I know I didn't, but hopefully you did. But yeah. Alright, cameraman, I think they've got enough of me moving my meat around. Welcome back, twin. Cameraman, may you get a little close up of this action? So, to make pasta, you have to boil some water. So, we're just gonna let it fill up for a little bit. And before you ask, this is filtered. No lead, I think. It doesn't really matter, you're boiling the water. Just gonna let it not all the way up, not all the way down, not right in the middle, we're not Goldilocks. But just a sweet spot around the 3/4 mark. Right there. Yeah, I don't got any excuses for that one. We're just gonna wait for it to fill up a little bit more. Right? Yeah, right there. That's what you want. You're gonna bring it over to the comal. Oh, Jesus. gonna put your top on. Princess House. If you don't know about cooking and they put you on Princess House, that's where it's at. You can use my code. Text me later about that if you need my code. But turn it on. It's pretty simple. Not much to it. Now we're gonna wait for it to start boiling. Hello, welcome back. So I saw a TikTok earlier where you're not supposed to break the pasta. Unfortunately, I've never been one of those girls. And it goes. Very slowly. Because believe it or not, enough of these that it's actually hard to break. Sorry. If I'm doing a little bit. By the way, you should have added salt to your boiling water. It's harder than you think. I promise you it's harder than you think. Alright, you cut the video. I think welcome back, twins. Welcome back to Cooking with Uriel. Seasoning. You want to get a healthy amount of seasoning on there. Sorry. Healthy amount of seasoning on there. Now really get in there. Think there's too much, that means there's not enough. Excuse me.
You need more stuff?
Alright, that should be enough of this seasoning. You go in there with your Montreal chicken seasoning. And we gotta be careful with this one. Last time I did this one, I accidentally put too much. Now this one gives you the lemony taste, and the other one gives you more of a savory taste. But together, now the final thing you're gonna add to your seasoning is breadcrumbs. Just find the hole. I know we all struggle with that sometimes. Cover it all up. Now you can put a generous amount. You know, you put a lot of seasoning on here. You're gonna mix up the seasonings. Nothing crazy. Just around. Alright guys, pasta is ready. Get that big boy. Strainer over here. And we're gonna straighten it. Not confident in this. Cameraman, would you mind picking it up? Oh my god. Empty, no water. You're gonna put your pasta back into your pot. 3. What are you telling me?
I already started.
Oh, you're gonna use 2 sauces. I like the basic Alfredo. With a little bit of kick. This might not be for you white folk. Saucy Cajun. Not from HEB. We can't afford it. Enjoy these. Put you on game. And open that, John. That's what it should sound like. Pour that B in. On phone now, pour that thing in. Just keep pouring. Keep pouring. Listen to the pop. Ooh. Like my coworker once said. Inside joke, inside joke. Pour it. Stop. Just mix your good. all that sauce. Just, Make sure your spaghetti knows how good it is. If that's not what it sounds like, then you don't want it. That's what my coworker told me. It's wet and creamy. All right, guys. Pasta ready? Pull over here, man. Move. She's ready. She's creamy. She's salivating.
Can I have a
We're
try?
gonna ignore this because someone, my photographer. Now it's time for the seasoning. That's what you want your chicken to look like. Wet, succulent. Put it on your seasonings. Suffocate her a little bit. Flip her over. Get it nice and in there. You want her covered. You can never have too much seasoning. And even if you could, you'd rather have too much seasoning over too little seasoning. Hey, get away from that. And that is your seasoned milanesa. Guys, we're near the end. It's just cooking the meat now. Just grab a little baby piece of meat. Put the baby. You lay her down. Hear that sizzle? That's that good stuff. I'm so hungry. Now with chicken, you want to be careful because if you don't cook it right, you do get sick. Just FYI. It's usually better on the skillet, but I couldn't find it. Since I'm hungry, I am going to maneuver it around so I can fit more, but that's optional. Can't forget, you gotta get both sides of the meat. You can't skip the top. So, watch this. Grab it with your little spatula thing, and you flip that on. Look at that beautiful, crispy brown color. That's what you're looking for. If it's not looking like that, keep it on there. Like I said, be careful with chicken, you get sick. Alright, we're near the end now. All we're gonna do is cut our chicken into the little cubes because our tester is a little special. Look at that. Beautiful white chicken. You can see the smoke coming out. That's that good stuff. Put it with some pasta. Oh, I didn't cut. Not that it matters. You see how that just came right off of it? Oh my god. And there we have our dish. See y'all next time.